Hello, I'm Claire Smith and welcome to my channel. So I do videos on perfume and perfume science, and today I was going to talk about Alien by Mugler and some flankers. I have two of the Alien flankers in my collection as well as the original Alien perfume, and I just thought I'd let you know what I thought of them. So Alien, the classic kind of purple, literally looks like a bit of an alien, doesn't it? But I think it's meant to resemble some kind of sacred stone, maybe an amethyst crystal or something like that. Or at least that's what I think it looks a bit like as well, but also like just the cute little alien character. But yeah, no matter how cute this bottle looks, the fragrance is far from cute. If you're wearing Alien, you mean business. It's such a confidence boosting fragrance. It's got that really piercing jasmine, and then I think there's only two other notes listed. I think there's clearly more going on in this fragrance than is let on in the notes. I think that the jasmine is kind of otherworldly in this fragrance. It's a classic. If you haven't tried Alien, just go and spray it in a shop because you'll never forget it. And once you know what it smells like, you will never miss anybody wearing it because it's so distinctive. My love of Alien has not always been so. I remember trying Alien when I was in my early to mid 20s, probably around the time it first came out actually, in 2005. And I just remember being just overwhelmed by it. I remember thinking, wow, this is way too strong, this isn't me, and it was just so far removed from anything that I had wanted to wear. It felt closer to something that proper adults wore. But actually, my gateway into liking this was through flankers, and I actually bought two flankers before I finally pulled the plug on buying Alien. So I'll pop the little Alien down. So the first one I actually bought secondhand from eBay, and I bought Alien Eau Extraordinaire, and the reason I bought this one is because it was described as a very citrusy, very summery perfume, but still very strongly of the Alien DNA. There's a lot of citrus, and that's really the main thing you get. There's also tiare flower in this, so I think that makes it a really creamy kind of fragrance underneath all of that citrus. And then there's also black tea. That adds to that refreshing summery vibe to me. I really like black tea in fragrances. I think especially when it's with bergamot. I mean, this fragrance just makes me feel like I'm drinking Earl Grey in a garden with disco lights. It's got that kind of get up and go about it, but it's also got that sedate vibe going on. I don't know whether this has been discontinued. I think it came out in 2014, but I know that there's been a lot of fuss about it recently, so I'm assuming it might have been discontinued. I think people have also been looking for this one because it's meant to be quite similar to Alien Eau Sublime, and that has already been discontinued. I think that's the beauty of Alien flankers and Mugler fragrances in general. They come and they go, and if they're special and you want them, you have to kind of grab them. I think we've all seen that with Taste of Fragrance, and we've seen that with Alien Essence Absolute. So yeah, if you want it, I would go and get it while it's available. I might even buy another bottle. I'm not really one who buys backup bottles because I do have a lot of fragrances now, but I do really like this one. So that's Alien Eau Extraordinaire. So the other flanker that I have is one that nobody talks about, and that is Alien Mirage. And I don't know what went on with this fragrance, whether it was the backlash against Mugler being owned by L'Oreal and this being one of the first releases, or whether it was because this came out in February 2020 and we all know what happened in March. I don't know why this is so just not talked about. I've seen hardly any reviews. There was no real fuss when this came out. There are a few people saying they didn't like it, I think. I actually bought this back in December. I wasn't even looking for it. I saw it in Boots actually. I think it was £30 for a 60ml, and I just thought I'll try it. And I remember the woman, as I took it to the counter, so this is the box, she said, oh, you do know that's Mirage and not the normal Alien Eau de Toilette. And I said, oh yes, I know. And she said, okay, oh, sorry, lots of people have been bringing it back because they've got the wrong one and they've already opened it. And I thought, yeah, I mean, the box does look pretty similar, doesn't it? You know, it's not that different to a normal Alien Eau de Toilette. So I could see how that could be confusing. But yeah, this one is in this beautiful lavender shaded bottle that's got a bit of this ombre going down, only very slight ombre. And it's meant to reflect an oasis, a mirage in a desert. So Mugler have stated that the inspiration for this fragrance was a particular type of mirage, hence the name. It's called a fata morgana, which is an Italian term for a particular type of mirage that is seen on water. So this is where there's a superior image, so an image above another image of something. So you can see images of ships, or you might see an image of a piece of land maybe. And the name Fata Morgana comes from an Arthurian legend. So there's a character called Morgan or Morgana, and she was a sorceress. And it was believed that these mirages had been created by sorceresses to lure sailors to their deaths. So it's kind of got that sea kind of imagery going on with this fragrance, but also I think, you know, with Mirage you probably tend to think of deserts, don't you? So I think what Mugler were trying to do with this flanker was to create an alien that is more suitable for summer again. So something light and airy, and this is an eau de toilette, and yeah, I would say the longevity on this is much less than this one. So this one will last probably, you know, 5-6 hours, whereas this one will last maybe 4 hours. It's definitely less than the other one, but it's still pretty good for an eau de toilette, as you would expect from Mugler. This fragrance I've only just actually opened. Even though I bought it in December, I didn't open it because I knew that it was a summer fragrance and I wouldn't wear it until the weather got warmer. So I thought I'd open it this week and try it out before I did this review. And I have loved this fragrance. I kind of see why people might not be enamored with this fragrance, because if you were looking for something with that really strong alien DNA, this is not the flanker to go for. It does not smell particularly of alien. It doesn't have that jasmine running through it. It does have something called syringa. It's supposed to be a cross between jasmine, orange blossom and honeysuckle. To me it smells a little bit more like a sweeter jasmine, or even more like a honeysuckle. I don't really get an orange blossom from it. It's also got lotus, so there's kind of a watery feeling to this fragrance. I actually looked up how they extract lotus because I didn't know whether it was a fantasy note or whether it was actually something you can extract. And I read that to get 1 kilo of lotus absolute, you need to harvest 75,000 to 100,000 lotus flowers. So I don't know whether Alien Mirage contains actual lotus oil or whether it is a synthetic note. But either way, it just kind of lends a watery feeling to this fragrance. It's that watery floral. There's also meant to be pink pepper in this fragrance. I can't smell it. I don't detect anything peppery in this fragrance whatsoever. In the dry down, I do smell the mineral notes, but they're not really prominent throughout the rest of this fragrance's life. I do also smell more of a musky feel to this fragrance in the dry down. I don't really know where that's coming from because I don't think there's actually musk in this fragrance. There's supposed to be hinoki woods, which is a Japanese kind of cypress tree which is used in the building of Japanese temples and in Japanese incense. So it's supposed to be a very light smelling wood, and I would definitely say that I agree with that. I don't really get any strong woody notes from this fragrance at all. To me, it's just that kind of tropical smelling floral with almost a fruity feel to it. It's a really beautiful, watery fragrance. It'd be perfect for summer. So yeah, I don't really know why this fragrance isn't being talked about more. I don't know whether it's because people are comparing it to Womanity and that's what's putting people off, but I also own Womanity and I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, and I've sprayed both of them together. They smell nothing like each other. Womanity is a lot more tart, it's a lot more salty, it's a lot more figgy. It's not sweet in any way really, this fragrance. Whereas this one is really quite tropical smelling. It's very much more like a fruity floral. I would say out of the other Mugler fragrances I own, it's probably closer to Eau Extraordinaire 2020 than it is to Womanity, but it's not even in the same ballpark as either. So I don't know whether it's also because the men's version of Alien Mirage did not do very well. It really wasn't popular, people didn't like it. So maybe that's another reason why no one's talking about this one, but yeah, I think people are sleeping on this one. So if you haven't tried it, then maybe go and sample it if you can find it. So that's Alien Mirage by Mugler. So if I had to rank my 3 fragrances from the Alien line, which do you think that I would rank first? Well, I'm going to go in reverse order. So Actually, I'm going to say that I love all three. I really, really do love all three. But I would say that my least favourite of the three is actually the Eau Extraordinaire one. And, you know, to say that I'm considering buying a backup bottle is saying something. I really am enjoying this fragrance. And then I would say that number two, just because of its kind of wearability, there are limited days when I really want to wear this one. And that would be Alien. And actually, I think my number one is actually the least alien of the aliens. So this is Alien Mirage, and that is definitely my number one. So make of that what you will. And please let me know if you have Alien flankers and which ones are your favourites. And if you know of any that you think I should be checking out. I keep on thinking about Alien Musk Magister because I keep on seeing that around. I know that's been discontinued now, but I just keep on thinking about that one. I don't know whether I should try that. Obviously, there are the long gone but never forgotten ones like the Alien Essence Absolute and the Taste of Fragrance one. So we can all just dream about those if we don't already have them, because we're not going to be seeing those anytime soon. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.